Hello and welcome back to Bevis Minis. Today I'm talking about some Jump Pack Intercessors. I bought the Blood Angels Death Company box, and in that were a couple of sprues of Jump Pack Intercessors, and I decided not to do all of them as Death Company. And in fact I'm pretty sure these are Assault Intercessor bodies mixed in. So this is, I would talk through the squad, but this is the sergeant who obviously has the most bling that I could get on him. It's kind of a mix of old parts and resin parts as well. So chest Aquila there, that's just a random vehicle blood drop I decided to try and glue on. You know, it's a bit big, but hey, it kind of works. It's pretty cool. He's a sergeant. He's also got the back banner topper on top of his jetpack. That involved a bit of filing to get him in there, but hey, that's all part of it as well. And this is a resin piece, a nice plasma pistol. I think the Grey Tide Studios kit, Crimson Lord's kit. And then these two bits here are from the bits box, and they are old Blood Angels pieces. So the power weapon is from the old Sanguinary Guard kit, and this bit is from, I think, the old Blood Angels box, the old Death Company box. I've also added a little dagger down here, again from the old Sanguinary Guard kit, and put him on a nice sort of scenic dynamic base and pinned him in such a way that he looks a bit forward leaning. And it's not a Scottish saltire, it is just the squad markings for that squad. I can't remember which one it is, like 7th squad I think it is. And obviously yellow helmet for an assault troop for the Blood Angels. He's a sergeant, really happy with how he turned out. You know, again, they're artisans, there should be some degree of kind of personalisation on their weapons and armour, I think. Next one then, because he's the most obvious, is this dude who I stole the Phobos Combi Lieutenant's arm because I thought it looked really cool. The Tyranid scheme is my son's army, so I wanted to show that we'd been in battle with them and he'd taken a trophy. It involved so a bit of trimming in here of the back of the arm, but it went on pretty well. It's quite nice. Made sure I put a holster on him so that he had his appropriate pistol available. Not that I'm really into WYSIWYG, but hey, it's nice. Forgot to paint the saltire on this one. Sorry, the squad marking. Hey, that's all good. And got a nice, I think it's another Grey Tide. What's that called? Plate, jousting plate. Can't remember, something like that. I also branched out on this one into hazard stripes on the weapon, using a bit of the old Tamiya masking tape to try and achieve that effect. And I think I sponged that on, but hey, yeah. So I'm really pleased with that. That came out kind of cool. Looked like he was just finished killing a Tyranid. I was quite chuffed. The rest of the squad are a bit more basic, but they've all got their little additions here and there. So this guy has obviously got a bit of a custom helmet, and the Blood Angels shoulder pauldron from the upgrade kit. Can't remember where that helmet came from. It's not a Grey Knights one, it's just from one of the old sprues. Managed to remember the saltire on this one. Oh, and I gave him like a nice little reliquary book and a purity seal, so he's cool. Last guy, no, not last guy, penultimate guy, grenade guy. Blood Angels helmet off of the new upgrade sprue. Grenade arm, I think standard off from the Intercessors. Blood Angels pauldron over here, and a moulded shoulder pad there. Oh, that's it. Oh, maybe the purity seals are just on the jetpacks. But yeah, he's cool. And last little one is obligatory beaky. Again, that's just from my Bix box from years ago. Grey Tide resin. Oh, what's that called? Jousting plate, I'm going to call it. Tilt shield. There we go. And then the the shoulder pauldron again from the bits box, and shoddy paint job there, look at that. Oh, bevers. So yeah, that's my Assault Intercessor squad. I was going to talk about this in another video, but I think it's worth mentioning. I think I just like to mix and match the bodies. Like I said, there's a couple of pure Jump Pack Intercessor bodies, there's a couple of Assault Intercessor bodies in here. In fact, the giveaway will be the backs, won't it? So actually, none of them are actual Jump Pack Intercessor bodies. They're all Intercessor or Assault Intercessor. So I should know that. Yeah, but again, give them a bit of just different posing, make them look a bit different. I like my units to look different. I like my army to look different to everybody else's. And that's my kind of philosophy for all this stuff. You know, it's my toy soldiers, and I want to convert them and make them look how I want them to look. And the rule of cool always wins. Nice. Well, thank you for watching. I'll keep him there so that you're not looking at a blank screen. But thank you for watching. Again, hopefully I've inspired you to raid the Bix box or do some converting and do a bit of kit bashing and personalise your models. We're gearing up for Armageddon weekend. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but I will put some videos out as I get the sprues and I start thinking about what's going to be converted and how I'm going to do it. I'll go for Space Wolves with that, so it's a bit of a challenge, but we'll see. Well, thanks for watching. Goodbye.